Hi everyone, my name is Aimi Nakajima. I am a voice UI UX designer from Tokyo. Let me start to talk about who I am and what I do in the voice industry. Before starting current career, I had been a web director as well as a marketer. I was so fascinated by voice user interface when I got my first Amazon Echo during staying in the US in 2017. Soon after, I decided to dive into the voice space in 2018 when Amazon and Google officially launched smart speakers in Japan. So far, I've been working on a lot of VUI design projects for various clients. Right now, I am a CEO of VoiceL, which is a voice UI UX agency. I'm also in charge of Women in Voice Japan. Last summer, I joined Voice Summit in New York as one of participants, not a presenter. It's unbelievable that I'm coming back this community and being in front of you all. Thank you for having me here. Alright, let's get started. First of all, I'd like to mention what's happening all over the world. As you know, COVID-19 quickly spread throughout the world and has completely changed our daily lives and the way we interact. More than half of the world's population has been asked or ordered to stay at home by their governments. Unfortunately, it may not end for a while. Everything around us is no longer it was. We need to get used to our new normal, things like social distancing, wearing a mask, working from home, and online classes. According to Smart Audio Report, the vast majority of the US population said they have changed their typical routine due to the outbreak. The same result must be shown in other nations too. This pandemic will undoubtedly boost demand for touchless or touch-free interaction. Voice control is one of touch-free interaction which replacing existing touch controls like elevator buttons and digital signages. Definitely, smart speaker is a kind of touch-free interface. It must be powerful impact. I'd say voice is gonna be essential. It's inevitable. Everybody who assembles on voice global community or voice enthusiasts, right? I believe that we are gonna change the world better. Yes, a big wave is coming right there. Let's take a look at what's going on with voice industry under the outbreak. Apple updated Siri to provide users with a step-by-step questionnaire when they ask, "Hey Siri, how do I know if I have coronavirus?" to access guidelines and resources from the CDC. At the end of the questionnaire, it transited to COVID-19 screening tool by Apple. Google Assistant has added the new coronavirus tips shortcut to Android devices. It also adds COVID-19 alert call on Google Assistant snapshot feed. Google also supports wash hands properly to say, "Hey Google, help me wash my hands."
Hey Google, help me wash my hands.
Now's the time to wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Now's the time to wash your hands, your health is up to you. Wash your hands and keep them clean, keep them clean, keep them clean. Wash your hands and keep them clean, 'cause that's the thing to do. Not quite done, keep.
It's pretty awesome. Amazon supports a lot of things to stay well, stay informed, stay connected by Alexa. These are some of them. Same as Google Assistant, Alexa is able to sing a 20-second song to help washing hands. I want to share this video with you.
Alexa, do you have the coronavirus?
I don't have the coronavirus. However, I do have a way to help wash your hands for 20 seconds. Just say, sing a hand washing song.
Alexa, sing a hand washing song.
Okay, here we go. Wash your hands, everybody. Everybody, wash your hands. So here's a song, sing along. Tell germs no, grab the soap. Make soap bubbles on the double. Halfway there, give a mean stare to all the germs. Make them squirm, say goodbye, don't be shy. Rub a dub, give a good scrub. Suds aplenty, now you're at 20.
It's so fun. I love it. Why voice industry deals with COVID-19? Why people use them? Because voice is the most accessible interface. I'm sure of that. Living with voice assistant is getting normal for many consumers. Quicker and easier way to get information rather than browsing. The washing hands song is a great user experience with hands-free situation. From another aspect, voice conversation makes us safe and reduce anxiety. Do you know the news of HERP? A Michigan nursing home patient reportedly asked her Amazon Echo for help dozens of times before she died of COVID-19. Like, Alexa, help me. Can you help me cope with pain? This was a terribly heartbreaking story. I'm so sorry to hear that. This is a case people expect the voice assistant may support them mentally. What we can learn from her case is how much voice assistants are becoming crucial for consumers. From my point of view, we are now facing a challenge if we could make a real assistant that gives consideration to someone's feelings, or just a voice command application that responds mechanically. What if assistant could have answered her question kindly? AI-related technologies possibly make some solutions. For example, natural language understanding, speech recognition, deep learning. Such kinds of things might bring a delightful future. All right, let's move on to the next topic. From now on, in this session, I'd like to focus on the time people stay at home, especially working from home. It's the most common case during the outbreak. Working habits change for those who can work remotely. Voice assistants like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Bixby have widely been used for those who work at home. Let's take a look at examples. Here are popular use cases like meeting reminder, playing energetic music, daily routine. Remarkably, announcement is useful for family. You can send a voice messages to kids' rooms where you are away. Let me show you a video.
Alexa, announce cookies are done.
Announcing.
Cookies are done.
It's cool, isn't it? Some data show an evidence that more than 35% of people are using smart speakers get entertained comparing before the outbreak. The half of age 18 to 34 are the most frequent users. Similar tendency can be seen in terms of getting information. I believe that this represents users' reliability on information provided by smart speakers. Platforms are responsible for it. Not only default features like this, but also skills are getting boosted in this situation. For example, according to voicebot.ai, all recipes Alexa skill has gotten more traffic and unique users in past couple of months. It makes sense that users want to look for new recipes because they can't go out for lunch. Let me show another example. A cafe noise in abroad, which is a BGM skill I launched over a year ago. The number of sessions dramatically increased just after Japanese government declared state of emergency. Luckily, it skyrocketed because Amazon Japan introduced it on the blog post. I was so excited about it. I show you an analytics data. Sessions increased by 264% in April. Unique customers increased by 220%. Skill activation increased by 211% comparing with the previous months. This is a fact caused by the frequent usage of Alexa skills. The other things that I want to point out is the skill is not a new one. Although I launched it over a year ago, it now fits users' demand of pretending to be at cafe due to stay-home policy. This is a chart that represents when and how people use voice apps in their daily routine. Checking the weather, traffic, and flash briefing, these are typical usages in the morning. But the next peak is the early evening. As you can see, working hours and school hours are offline. However, this routine has changed due to stay-home policy. This period of time could be active, right? I would say it's a sweet spot from skill creator perspective. Also, there should be less difference between weekdays and weekends, since everyone is at home. I'm sure that voice technology is still immature, but growing so fast. This is because voice is the most accessible interface for all ages. Do you agree with it? Let's move on to the next topic. How to design engaging voice apps. I'd like to introduce it in a short summary. Here we go. Have you heard of design thinking process? The principle consists of 5 steps. First step is emphasize. Discover things like users' needs and pain points. In other words, what will your voice app achieve? This process is a marketing aspect. Research and user interview may work in order to hear users' real voice. How to do it? You can find various types of research online. I recommend it since it's the easiest way to find the common problems. However, in order to figure out more deeply, a user interview is the most reliable source. Do you think that an interview is hard to manage? No worries. You can ask your family, friends, colleagues what they are struggling with, what they expect. Just listen to real voice out of your box. Next one is targeting. Who needs, where and when to use, because you can't create a good user experience if you don't know who your users are, what he or she does. These are the examples, really common problems in working from home. Are you familiar with that? A father who wants to focus on work, or a boy who wants to get father's attention. Even cats are gonna be a target user. Next, ideate. Depending on what you have defined in the earlier process, it may vary which interfaces are appropriate for target users and use cases. Here, it's also better to think about advantages of voice. Voice enables a seamless user experience with multi-devices. Let's say smart speakers and Fire TVs are unportable. On the other hand, smartwatch and earplugs are easy to use anywhere. In-car voice assistant is getting useful too. The more voice-enabled devices are merchandised, the more the possibilities expand. Let me share something about conversational design. First process here is to make a happy path, which is the best possible journey that the user can take with your voice app. Designing dialogue, intent, slot, and utterances. I wish I could elaborate more, but I don't have enough time to talking about technical terms now. For now, I want you to take away that you are creating human-to-human conversation. Keep in mind that to make the communication comfortable as much as possible. Don't take a mechanical approach. This is a key of designing voice. Lastly, I strongly recommend prototyping and usability tests. These are the most interesting phases. In skill development, there are some tools which enable to make Alexa skills or Google Actions without coding. It's super easy. My favorite is VoiceFlow. Check it out. As for usability test, you can invite someone else as a beta tester on Alexa or Actions Google console. It's better to hear the observation before developing. You can learn about how people are interacting with your voice app. This will save a lot of time and money. Alright, so far I've explained basic design process. Let me show you an example. Sitting yoga. This is a yoga instruction skill I launched last month. Of course, I was following the process I showed you just now. Before that, let me show you a demo.
Alexa、座席ヨガを開いて。
わかりました。座席ヨガです。座席ヨガの時間です。クイック5分、それともじっくり10分。どちらにしますか？
クイック5分。
はーい、それでは5分ヨガをスタートします。両手が広げられる広さの場所に椅子を置きます。
Now you have seen the first half of the happy path. At the beginning, I aimed to create an Alexa skill so that tackling problems with those who work at home, like shoulder pain, eye strain, as well as the lack of exercise. In my country, the vast majority of remote workers have been complaining these kind of problems. Actually, I was gonna be a target user. My thought was, Japanese people tend to work harder. I'd say it's too much. Short break with an exercise could be acceptable. Next, I wanted to emphasize a voice advantage unlike video instruction. What to do is make it simple. Only 5 minutes or 10 minutes courses are available. Just a few interactions with Alexa. I'll show you a dialogue. I stick to 2 things. One is to require only one interaction. A user picks either 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That's it. There is an option that randomly chooses either of them by saying like, what do you recommend or recommendation. Another tip is a sound. Sound effect makes immersive experience. I wanted to create an atmosphere that user is in a meditation mode, so added tinsha bell. Which is often used in yoga lessons. Though I used normal Alexa voice here, recording voice by voice actors also better to make more immersive user experience. Let's move on to the other examples. Yes, the picture comes again. A lot of parents feel annoyed that the child is bothering like this since schools had been closed. The most likely need is problem solving with educational content. I picked up some engaging skills. These are child-friendly skills which are highly rated by consumers. First is Math Coach. Children are able to try math tests only by voice. Alexa, open Math Coach.
Welcome back to Math Coach. What type of test do you want? Multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, or mixed?
Addition.
What level addition test do you want? Beginner, easy, normal, hard, or expert?
Easy.
I will ask you 10 easy addition questions. You have not yet completed a quiz of this type. So good luck. Here is your first question. What is 8 plus 12?
20.
Ping! 8 plus 12 is 20. Your current score is 1 from 1 question. Here is your second question. What is 10 plus 3?
12.
Yikes! 10 plus 3 is 13. You said 12. Now try again. Here is your second question.
Another is school bell. It's good for training children's study habit at home. The popular use case is to integrate an Alexa routine along with school timetable. This is a demo. Every student from elementary school to high school recognize this is the school bell in my country. Last example is meow, which is highly rated too. Referring to skill page, this is a virtual cat lives within Echo. Your cat will be able to have a back and forth conversation with Alexa by saying anything.
Alexa, meow meow. Meow. Meow.
It's a wonderful concept, isn't it? Let's try with your cat. Alright, this is the last page of this session, wrap up. Today I talked to these ones. Voice technologies are essential for our new lives. Voice assistants are challenging role. Business hours became new target due to stay-home policy. Follow UX design principle then at advantage of voice. Let's produce nice voice apps. A big wave is coming. That's it. I'm active on Twitter and LinkedIn at AIMI NAKAJIMA. Feel free to ask me anything. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye.